Now let's take a look on how to do example number 5. I have 2x minus 1 inside of the parentheses square minus 3x minus 1 parentheses square. It's equal to negative 39. So again, if you want to solve this equation by factoring, we need to make sure that we can get into a standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So right here, I need to expand this out, and I also need to expand that out, and then I want to see combined terms, and then if I can make one side equal to 0 or not, things like that. Okay, so for 2x minus 1 parentheses square like this means 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1. And then what you can do is, you can distribute this the FOIL method. Okay, so 2x times 2x is the 4x squared, and then take 2x times negative 1 minus 2x, negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x, negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. And then if we combine terms, all that becomes 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. And there's also a formula that you can just go from here to here within one step. You can use that, that's okay. So for this one, 3x minus 1 squared, let's write down 3x minus 1 twice. 3x minus 1 times 3x minus 1. And then we'll multiply this out. 3x times 3x, we get 9x squared. 3x times negative 1, we get minus 3x. Negative 1 times 3x, we get minus 3x. Negative 1 times negative 1, we get plus 1. And then in this case, when we want to combine terms, we get 9x squared. Negative 3x minus 3x is negative 6x plus 1. Okay? And then in this case, this is the result of this square, something square, and this is the result of that square, right? And then we are doing the first minus the second. So we are doing this minus that. When we are dealing with subtraction, put a parenthesis, put a negative, right? Put down the subtraction, and then make sure that you have a parenthesis around it, because we have to distribute parentheses right now. And technically, I should have also put a parenthesis around the first part as well. And you will see that it actually doesn't matter. However, this will be equals to negative 39. Okay, so because we don't have anything in the front of this parentheses, so as I said, it doesn't really matter. 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. And the subtraction sign right here, we're going to distribute that inside. And all the signs going to be changed inside. I have negative 9x squared, negative times negative, positive 6x, and negative times positive, minus 1, it's equal to negative 39. And then for this right here, on the left hand side, I see this, and then the negative 9x squared, they are like terms. I can combine terms, I will get negative 5x squared. And then we see this, negative 4x plus 6x, we get plus 2x. And then for this right here, plus 1 minus 1 is 0. So we have negative 5x plus 2x after we combine the like terms right here. And that's equal to negative 39. Well, the goal is to make one side equal to 0, so why don't we put the 39 onto the other side? So that's plus 39 on both sides. And as a habit, let's have all the expression on the left hand side, so that we get negative 5x squared plus 2x plus 39, and have 0 on the right hand side. Okay. And now, because we see that we have negative 5x squared, and usually when you have a negative number in front of the x squared, it's just bothering us. Okay, I'm not saying it's impossible to do anything about it, but it's really bothering us. Okay, so before I proceed in the further steps, I would like to divide everything by negative 1, including the 0, but it actually doesn't matter. Then I will end up with 5x squared minus 2x minus 39 equals to 0. Okay? It's actually possible to factor this out even we have negative 5x right there. Negative 5x squared right there. But then it's easier. We just feel better about the question when we have 5x squared, positive 5x squared. So, as usual, as I have shown you guys in the previous example, 5x squared is 5x and x, and to get negative 39, we have 13 and 3, right? So let's put down 13 and 3, but one of them should be negative. And we can take a look of the middle term. We need to end up with negative 2x. And I know I will have to do 5x times 3, that will be 15. If I have this as negative, and when we multiply 5x times negative 3, we get negative 15x. And then when we do 13 times x, we get positive 13x. When we combine these two, negative 15x plus 13x, we end up with negative 2x. Negative 2x, that's my x. Okay? So I know this right here. The correct factor of that will be 5x plus 13 times x minus 3 equals to 0. As usual, set the first parentheses 5x plus 13 equals to 0, or on the other hand, x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then just finish this up. Minus 13 here, minus 13 here, and then we get 5x is equal to negative 13, and then divide both sides by 5, we get x is equal to negative 13 over 5. First answer. And x minus 3 is equal to 0. Let's add 3 on both sides. Cancel. And then x is equal to positive 3. Second answer. Done.